Let's do a tumbler today, a sublimation tumbler, and I'll be doing another anime design. Okay, and I'm going to share with you the reasons why I prefer sublimation printing over using vinyl for tumblers. So with tumblers, you are adding liquid, a lot of liquid inside the tumbler, which means you'll always have to be washing that tumbler, right? So with that, over time, the vinyl design will fade because, you're adding a lot of liquid to the surface. So it will peel off, it will fade out, that kind of stuff. Why I prefer sublimation printing is it lasts so much longer. The colors are vibrant. It doesn't peel. It doesn't strip. It is just infused into the tumbler itself. So you'll find, longer lifespan when you're doing sublimation printing. All right. So I did print this design with my EcoTank, my Epsom EcoTank printer, which I converted to a sublimation printer. So I'll link that video so you can see how I did the conversion. Okay. I think this is peeling a little bit and I don't want my design to be affected, so I'm just going to pull this back. All right, that should do it. So just trying to get under the tape a little bit here to make sure that my paper is laying flat. And I'm going to just use the heat tape to add, to make this secure so that when we're doing the heat press, nothing gets out of place. So that's pretty much it. And then we're going to add one to this bottom section here. So I think for these, you definitely want to, if you do a lot of tumblers, you should try to invest in doing sublimation printing, because you get nicer results and your customer would definitely be happier with the finish. All right, so that's what we have. Just want to make sure that this is sitting nicely on the tumbler. Okay. So the machine is already preheated. So what I need to do now is to put on my gloves, because you do not operate this machine without putting on your gloves. And what I'm doing now is I'm going to place the tumbler inside, and I will use the clip here to lock it in. So it's locked. You can make your adjustments from the knobs here if you want this to be looser or you want it to be tighter. Okay, and this will go off at 90 seconds once it is finished. So once it's finished at 90 seconds, I'll go ahead and rotate the tumbler, and we will put it, flip it all the way around and put it for 30 seconds at that point. Okay. So this machine I actually purchased on Amazon, and it was a pretty good deal that I got on it. So always wear your gloves when you're operating this machine. Okay. There's no two ways about it. You have to wear the heat protective gloves. All right, so we're gonna go for another 30 seconds. All right, and you would need sublimation printing paper. So the sub papers, they're pretty much pink on one side, like a light pink, and then white on the other side. So I did this print earlier, but I decided not to go with that one, so I did a reprint. And you can check out my video how to convert so you save money on the sublimation printers, because they're pretty much expensive, so you don't want to be spending too much money if you don't have to. And you can purchase the inks on Amazon to do the conversion as well. So this is finished. It's pretty hot, so we want to sit it to the side so it cools down, and then I'll show you the finished look. All right, so I'll be back in a minute. So this is pretty much cool now, and I have turned my machine off. So we're going to sit this to the side. Okay. All right, so now we just need to remove the tape from the tumbler. And the tumbler just takes a couple minutes to cool down. So, you know, just give it some time. And once it's cool, then you just remove the tape. And try not to damage your tumbler when you're removing the tape from it. So you try to remove from the section that has paper protecting the tumbler, so you don't scratch the tumbler in the process. All right, so this is what the tumbler looks like when it's done. So you might see little residues on it, and that's from the paper, which can be easily removed. And I'm going to show you how to remove that. All right. So what you need to remove it is a napkin and some alcohol. So you're just going to spritz some alcohol on a napkin, and you're just going to gently wipe that area. Or you can just wipe the entire tumbler to make sure you're removing any residue that is sitting on it. Okay. So this is it. This is the finished design. Really nice anime tumbler. And yeah, you should definitely try these.